The Frost Mage is a highly mobile caster with great damage and utility. It's easy to learn, making it the ideal starter spec for anyone wanting to play a mage. This guide will teach you all the basics of playing a Frost Mage and make you ready to step up from normal dungeons to LFR or even Heroic Dungeons. I will also give my recommended talent setup for new mages, but more on that later. Let's start off by getting your rotation down. The main spell for any Frost Mage is Frostbolt. Casting Frostbolt gives you a chance of getting either of two buffs that will enhance two of your other spells in some way. The buffs are called Brain Freeze and Fingers of Frost. Brain Freeze enhances your Frost Firebolt and Fingers of Frost enhances your Ice Lance. They also both stack up to 2. Frost Firebolt deals less damage than Frostbolt and takes longer to cast. It has the same chance as Frostbolt to grant you the Fingers of Frost buff, so you should never cast it unless you have the Brain Freeze buff, making it an instant cast. Ice Lance is an instant cast spell that deals a very small amount of damage and should never be cast unless you are either moving and have no other choice, or you have the Fingers of Frost buff. Casting Frostbolt and using the buffs you get from it to enhance your other spells is what you will be spending most of your time doing. But please note that you should always cast Ice Lance with Fingers of Frost before you cast Frost Firebolt with Brain Freeze, as Frost Firebolt can give you Fingers of Frost, but Ice Lance cannot give you Brain Freeze. You should also make sure you have your Water Elemental summoned at all times. But this is not all. Frost Mages also have 2 cooldowns that you should get used to using: Frozen Orb and Icy Veins. Frozen Orb launches an orb in front of you, giving you a stack of Fingers of Frost when it first hits a target, and has a chance of giving you more stacks every time it deals damage. This spell is what in WoW terms could be described as a skill shot, as the direction the orb will fly is the direction your character is facing. How you handle Frozen Orb is fairly simple. Get rid of any Fingers of Frost stacks you have and cast it, pointing in the direction of the target you want to hit, and then prepare to cast loads of Ice Lances, as you will get many Fingers of Frost stacks. The more targets are hit, the more stacks you will get. Lastly, we have Icy Veins. This spell increases your damage and you should cast it whenever it is off cooldown. If you're in a situation where you have to damage multiple enemies at once, you should then use Blizzard whenever you would cast Frostbolt. Do however note that Blizzard needs to hit at least 4 enemies. The talents I recommend starting with are fairly basic and will not impact your rotation in any way. When you have gotten used to your rotation, I would recommend reading Ice Flows and trying to use it in dungeons. For glyphs you should get Icy Veins, Splitting Ice and Water Elemental.